So this is a rough sketch on how to go about in doing a poster presentation. So the idea is for our poster presentation project is to engage these various indicators here to help us explain the poster presentation in our topic in Japanese modernization. So what are these indicators? So the indicators are actors, events, and issues. Or you may go the other way around, issues, actors, and events. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sense of the relationship of these indicators here. Issues, events, and actors. Now what do I mean by indicators when I say the issues, the actors, and the events here? So the issue, what I'm referring to is the issue talks about the importance or themes in the particular presentation. So your presentation should include what is important about the theme, the idea, the discussion. We're going to go about using these themes or indicators in the example later. So as we move on, the second indicator here is the actors. So the actors are important players, persons, groups that commands authority and power. And then we have the third indicator, which is the event. So the third indicator, the event, talks about the time period in which the issue and the actors interact. So let us go to the example here. The breakdown of the Tokugawa era that is covered in chapter 1 of our book by Ian Neary, The Politics and State of Japan. So in chapter 1, the following events, issues, and actors interact here. So when I talk about the breakdown of Tokugawa, which is my issue here, what is the importance about the theme? I want to find out the reasons behind the breakdown of the Tokugawa era. So first of all, in the reading, the start of the breakdown of the Tokugawa started at around 16th century during the isolationist policy of Japan. And then in 1853, we have the arrival of Matthew Perry, Commodore Matthew Perry, in the Edo Bay or in Japan. These are the subsequent events, and I will be putting them into the indicators here as we go on, but I will just read through trying to map out the events here. After the arrival of Matthew Perry, we have the, let's say, unstable of conflict as a result of foreigners coming into Japan. During the time, we have this theme here called Sonojo in Japan, honor the emperor and expel the barbarians. And then in 1866, Satsuma Rebellion, the clans of Satsuma, Choshu clans defeated Tokugawa shogunate. Okay, now when I want to make sense of this by using the indicators, I will start by, the presentation should be the breakdown of the Tokugawa era is due to Japan's isolationist policy. So in 16th century, the Tokugawa shogunate issued a directive that Japan should be isolated from international affairs for over 100 years. As a result of that, as nations progress, other nations, especially in the West, in innovation, science, and technology, Japan was held back due to this isolationist policy. So you may say Japan was stagnated. Not until the arrival of Matthew Perry. So the issue here, the importance is what led to the breakdown of the Tokugawa era. And that is, number one, Japan being in isolation for a long time, while Japan was stagnated. Other nations were progressing. Not until the arrival of Matthew Perry at Edo Bay that exposed Japan's stagnation and Japan's inability to adapt to change. Now, in those periods of time, who are the actors here? So, the actors domestically are the important present players that commands authority and power of the group. So, the emperor during that time, as we all know, played only a ceremonial role. It is the Tokugawa and the daimyos who controlled Japan or the feudal Japan during that time. Now, the daimyos are a collection of powerful clans that unite, align themselves to the Tokugawa era. Now, what is significant here? The arrival of Matthew Perry exposed Japan's inability to cope with expelling or address the issue of foreigners, and the difference in technology questioned the loyalty structure or the Tokugawa structure here. So Tokugawa's inability to deal with Commodore Matthew Perry led to conflict within the Tokugawa itself, led to powerful daimyos questioning the rulership of the Tokugawa structure. And the theme that arises from those mobilization and of daimyos and conflicts led to this Sonojo here, honor the emperor and expel the barbarians. So powerful daimyos were sort of much aligned themselves to overthrow the shogunate, not until 1866 called the Satsuma Rebellion or the Revolution, that Satsuma, the powerful clans of Satsuma and Chosu clans, defeated the Tokugawa shogunate, and as a result, saw the breakdown of the Tokugawa era. So, in your poster presentation, what I want to see is you making sense of the indicators here. I want to see a relationship of the indicators here. Who are the actors here? For example, the main actors in play would be the daimyos and the Tokugawa shogunate. Events, okay? The time period in which the issue of the actors interact would be from 1853, after 1853, which is the arrival of Matthew Perry, up until 1866. Let's say the events, the actors, and the issue. What you will do is present to me how all this related in a poster form. With that, this is how you go about in helping you guys to come up with the poster itself. And I have provided the PDF copy of this poster map here on the Moodle platform and the Google Classroom, as well as there will be a link in the description below. With that, thank you.